Greetings students, welcome to my class. How are you my dear students? I hope you all are fit and fine, and I hope the same for your family members too. So my dear students, in the previous class we have read the chapter up to here when Nelson Mandela says that man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. I hope you have understood the chapter up to here very well, and you must have revised the chapter up to here at your homes too. So now oral comprehension check questions are there to be discussed. Let's discuss these answers of the questions. First, what do the military generals do? They were saluting, because now Nelson Mandela became the first black president now, and their loyalty is towards the government. It doesn't matter the armed forces of any country, their loyalty is towards the government. It doesn't matter who is ruling the government, who is ruling the country. Like we have many bodies, like now BJP is ruling the country, so if Congress will rule, then the loyalty, dignity, loyalty, वफादारी जिसको ईमानदारी बोलते हैं, the of our armed forces will be towards, right now it is towards the BJP government and to the Modi ji, and if this will change, their loyalty will change again to the government. So they saluted Nelson Mandela. How has their attitude changed and why? As Nelson Mandela says that if few years back, if they had not saluted me because I was not the president, I was protesting against the government which created the apartheid system, so he was against the government. So at that point of time their loyalty was towards the existent government, the fair skinned people government of South Africa. So their loyalty of armed forces general loyalty was towards their fair people government. And now their attitude has changed. They, at that point of time, they had not saluted him, they would have arrested him. They would have arrested Nelson Mandela, but now they were saluting him because now he was the president of the country, and their party, his party, African National Congress, won 252 out of 400 seats, and they won the elections, and now he was the president. So that's why their attitude changed. Now their loyalty is towards the ANC party, which means African National Congress party, because they have the government now, and towards the Nelson Mandela. That's why they saluted him. Now the second question, my dear students, why were two national anthems sung? Very simple answer is two national anthems were sung because apartheid system was removed from the government, and one non-racial government was formed, and it also two national anthems were also sung to show the equality among all the peoples. Now the third question, how does Mandela describe the systems of government in his country? First, in the first decade and in the final decade of the 20th century. So answer is given, my dear students. He was, when he is saying that overwhelmed, he was overwhelmed with the system. In the first decade, the answer is given here, my dear student, when he says I was overwhelmed with the sense of history. In the first decade of the 20th century, a few years after the bitter Anglo-Boer War, when white-skinned people, peoples of South Africa patched up their differences and erected a system of racial domination against the dark-skinned peoples of their own land. The structure they created formed the basis of one of the harshest, most inhuman societies the world has ever known. So this he described in the first decade of the 20th century, and the final decade, that system, in the final decade, the system of apartheid was overturned forever and replaced by the government that recognized the rights and freedoms of all the people, of all peoples, regardless of the color of their skin. So this is the answer of the third question, my dear students. What does courage mean to Mandela? You all know now. Courage means to Mandela is not the absence of fear, but to face it and conquer the fear. Which does he think is natural, to love or to hate? To love is natural or to hate, which does he think? And the answer is to love is natural, because if the person can learn to hate, he can be taught to love, and love comes naturally to human beings. Then it's opposite mean than to hate. Now these were the questions and we have discussed their answers. Now you will do in your fair notebook the answers of these questions as well. Now we will do the further explanation, my dear students. I hope you all have your books open, and you all have your books with you. So please pay attention. In life, every man has twin obligations. Now he's talking about the twin obligation to do something because it is a law or a duty. या तो कोई नियम है जो आपको फॉलो करना ही पड़ेगा, या फिर ड्यूटी, मॉरल ड्यूटी बनती है which you have to fulfill. So he's talking about the twin obligations. Obligation to his family, to his parents, to his wife and children. The first obligation each man has to his family, to his parents, to his wife and to his children, and he has an obligation to his people, his community, his country. These two obligations he is talking about. In a civil and human society, जहाँ पर एक सभ्य समाज है, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclinations and abilities. Inclination, natural tendency of behavior. So in a civil सभ्य समाज, in a civil and human, जहाँ पर सभ्य and इंसानियत भरा जो सोसाइटी समाज है, वहाँ पर हर आदमी अपने ट्विन ऑब्लिगेशंस को अपने बिहेवियर के अकॉर्डिंग फुलफ़िल कर सकता है और अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज़ और एबिलिटीज़, योग्यता के आधार पर. बट इन अ कंट्री लाइक साउथ अफ्रीका इट वॉज ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल फॉर अ मैन ऑफ माई बर्थ एंड कलर टू फुलफ़िल बोथ ऑफ दोज ऑब्लिगेशंस. सो ही इज सेइंग इन कंट्री लाइक साउथ अफ्रीका एंड टू अ मैन ऑफ हिज कलर and his color, birth and color, because he was also not fair in color, so it was impossible to fulfill those two obligations. Because of that, the system apartheid. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. Means a man of color, black color, dark skin color, if he will try to fulfill or he will try to live as a human being, was punished. उसको punish किया जाता था और isolate कर दिया जाता था, एकांत में रख दिया जाता था. In South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people was inevitably ripped from his family, unavoidably. Inevitably meaning is given, ripped from his family and his home and was forced to live a life apart. तो जो भी ये कोशिश करता था, who tried to fulfill his duty to his people, जो अपने लोगों के लिए अपनी जिम्मेदारी या कर्तव्य पूरा करने की कोशिश भी करता था, उससे inevitably ripped. Ripped meaning is, I have written here, my dear students. Okay, ripped I did not write, so ripped meaning I will tell you like this only. To fear or to be, to tear, फाड़ देना, या to be ripped apart, to be torn quickly. So तुरंत ही उसकी पूरी फैमिली से अलग कर दिया जाता था और दूर कर दिया जाता था. And forced to live life apart, अलग रहने के लिए. A twilight existence of secrecy and rebellion. जो वहाँ पर चुपचाप रहेगा, विद्रोह की भावना उसमें जागेगी ही जागेगी, माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स. टू कीप समथिंग सीक्रेट, चुपचाप, और जो भी विद्रोह, एक्शन ऑफ आर्म्ड रेसिस्टेंस टू एन एस्टेब्लिश गवर्नमेंट और अ लीडर. मीन्स उनको ये लगता था कि छोटी सी भी जो किरण दिख रही है विद्रोह करने की, बिकॉज दे वर नॉट अलाउड, ब्लैक पीपल वर नॉट अलाउड. सो इफ़ एनी मैन ट्राइड, कोई भी कोशिश करता था, तो ही वॉज क्विकली रिप्ड अपार्ट, इनएविटेबली रिप्ड अपार्ट फ्रॉम हिज फैमिली, फोर्स टू लिव अवे फ्रॉम हिज फैमिली. और विद्रोह में जो भी था उसको दबा दिया जाता था. अ ट्विलाइट एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ सीक्रेसी एंड रिबेलियन. छोटी सी भी सुबह होने से पहले जो भोर की किरण दिख रही होती ना, तो जो भी वो दिखती थी उनको, क्योंकि वो समझते थे कि ये विद्रोह कर रहा है, विद्रोह की श्रेणी में आता था और उसको अकेले छोड़ दिया जाता था। I did not in the beginning choose to place my people above my family. He is saying कि मैंने शुरू में अपने लोगों को अपनी फैमिली से ऊपर नहीं रखा। But in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was prevented from fulfilling my obligations as a son, a brother, a father, and a husband. In the first place, he did not, put his people above his family, but when he later realized that in attempting to serve my people, अपने लोगों को सर्व करते हुए वो जो obligation number 1 he was not fulfilling as a son, as a daughter, as a brother, as a father and a husband, he was not able to fulfill those obligations. I was not born with a hunger to be free. Now in the next paragraph is talking about that when did he realize, because he is saying मैं पैदा नहीं हुआ था, hunger to be free, स्वतंत्र होने की उससे पैदा नहीं हुआ था, because when you are born you don't know that you are free or you are not free. I was born free. He is saying I was born free. मैं free पैदा होता, free in every way that I could know. जो भी हर तरीके से मैं free था, जो तरीके मुझे पता हो सकते थे. Free to run in the fields near my mother's hut. He is saying that I was free in whatever ways I could know. Like first way that I can run near around the mother's hut. So I was free to run there. Then free to swim in the clear stream. नदी की धारा में तैर सकता था. That ran through my village. Free to roast mealies under the stars. भुट्टे पका सकता था, खाना पका सकता था under the stars, तारों के नीचे बैठकर. And ride the broad backs of slow moving bulls. बैलों के ऊपर बैठकर. Bulls is written, bulls means बैल. तो उनके ऊपर बैठकर स्लो राइड करने के लिए फ्री था. तो he is saying in these ways I was free. He used to think that I was free, I was born free. As long as I obeyed my father and abided by the customs of my tribe, I was not troubled by the laws of man or God. और जब तक मैं, as long as, जितने समय तक या जब तक मैं अपने फादर को आज्ञा को मानता रहता था और अबाइडेड मतलब उनको अपने जो ट्राइब के रूल्स एंड कस्टम्स उनको फॉलो करता रहता था, तब तक मैं फ्री था. और आई वॉज नॉट ट्रबल्ड बाय द लॉस ऑफ मैन और गॉड. जो भगवान के बनाए नियम या फिर अपने आदमियों के द्वारा जो बनाए गए नियम थे, उनसे मैं किसी भी तरह से परेशान नहीं हुआ और मैं फ्री था. It was only when I began to learn that my boyhood freedom was an illusion. Illusion means bhram, something that appears to be real but it is not. When you think it is real but that is not real. So in the previous paragraph he is saying when he was free, he was born. When he was born to free. He was born free in whatever ways. Then he tells us the ways where he used to think that I am free. Free to swim, free to run, free to roast the mealies, and free to ride bulls. So he was free, and as long as he followed the father's instructions and the tribe's rules and custom. So when he realized, it was only when I began to learn, जब उसने ये सीखना शुरू किया that my boyhood freedom was an illusion. जो मैं छोटा बच्चा था तब सोचता था मैं फ्री हूँ, तो इसलिए एक भ्रम था. When I discovered as a young man, जब वो थोड़ा बड़ा हुआ, यंग लड़का बना, आदमी बना, that my freedom had already been taken from me, कि मेरी स्वतंत्रता, फ्रीडम तो मुझसे पहले ही ले जा चुकी थी. That I began to hunger for it. Then he began to hunger for it. तब उसके अंदर वो स्वतंत्रता हासिल करने की भूख पैदा हुई. At first, as a student, I wanted freedom only for myself. When he was a student at first, he wanted freedom only for himself. Not for his people or for the country. Why? The transitory freedoms of being able to stay out at night, not permanent. He wanted, as a student, he wanted freedom for himself first. Just not transitory means not permanent freedom, but he wanted freedom for some time of being able to stay out at night, बाहर घूमने के लिए, read what I pleased and go where I choose. मैं पढ़ सकूँ, बाहर घूम सकूँ और जो मैं पढ़ना चाहता हूँ पढ़ूँ और जहाँ जाना चाहता हूँ वहाँ जा सकूँ, जो मैंने जो उसने पसंद किया था. Later, एज अ यंग मैन इन जोहानसबर्ग, बाद में जोहानसबर्ग में और जब वो जवान हुआ, आई यर्न फॉर द बेसिक एंड ऑनरेबल फ्रीडम्स ऑफ अचीविंग माई पोटेंशियल, ऑफ अर्निंग माई कीप, of marrying and having a family, the freedom not to be obstructed in a lawful life. So when he grew up more, and then he says, when in Johannesburg मैं चाहता था मुझे freedom मिले, ऑनरेबल फ्रीडम्स ऑफ अचीविंग माई पोटेंशियल, वॉट एवर पोटेंशियल आई हैव उसको मैं सम्मानित तरीके से अपनी पोटेंशियल्स को अचीव कर सकूं, और वेयर एवर आई वांट टू गो एंड अर्न वहाँ पे मैं जा सकूं, और मैं शादी कर सकूं, एंड हैविंग अ फैमिली एंड आई कैन हैव अ फैमिली ऑल्सो, द फ्रीडम नॉट टू बी ऑब्स्ट्रक्टेड, मतलब इन अ लॉफुल लाइफ, जो लॉफुल लाइफ से मेरी ये सारी फ्रीडम्स किसी भी तरीके से ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट ना हो, बाधा ना आए, ये सब मैं कर सकूँ. बट देन आई स्लोली सॉ, फिर उसने धीरे धीरे तब देखना शुरू किया, देखा दैट नॉट ओनली वॉज आई नॉट फ्री, बोला सिर्फ मैं ही अकेला स्वतंत्र नहीं या गुलाम नहीं था, बट माई ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स वर नॉट फ्री. आई सॉ दैट इट was not just my freedom that was curtailed. Then he realized slowly, he saw that not only was I not free, but all my brothers and sisters were not free. वो भी free नहीं थे, वो भी स्वतंत्र नहीं थे, वो भी गुलाम थे. I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed. He also mentions इन दैट, उसने देखा कि सिर्फ वही उसकी स्वतंत्रता को ही कर्टेल नहीं किया गया था, मतलब रिड्यूस नहीं किया गया था, बट द फ्रीडम ऑफ एवरीवन हु लुक लाइक आई डिड, जो उनके जैसा दिखता था, दोज everyone, each and everyone though looked like him, looked like Nelson Mandela, who was not fair in color, so everybody's freedom was curtailed. That is when I joined the African National Congress, and then that point of time he joined the African National Congress Party, and that is when the hunger for my own freedom became the greater hunger for the freedom of my people, because the hunger of getting freedom for his own became the hunger for the freedom of his people. When then he realized, first as a student he wanted freedom to go out at night, to go and study whatever he want to study and to go wherever he want to go. Then as a younger Johannesburg mein he wanted the freedom to read, to do job, to get married, to have a family, and freedom which should not be obstructed. Then he realized that he is not free, he cannot do all these things, and not only he, others, each and everyone who look like him, they also cannot do, their freedom was also curtailed. Then the hunger of freedom for himself turned into the hunger of freedom for his people. तब उसकी जो भूख थी अपनी ही आज़ादी के लिए, वो तब्दील हो गई, वो बदल गई लोगों के, अपने लोगों की आज़ादी के लिए. It was this desire for the freedom of my people, ये वो डिज़ायर थी, इच्छा थी कि अपने लोगों की स्वतंत्रता के लिए, टू लिव देयर लाइव्स विद डिग्निटी एंड सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट, दैट एनिमेटेड माई लाइफ, जो पूरी तरह से उसने बदल दिया उसकी लाइफ को इस डिज़ायर ने. दैट डिज़ायर फॉर द फ्रीडम ऑफ हिज पीपल, so that they can live their lives with dignity and self-respect. This desire animated his life. He is saying animated my life. पूरी तरीके से ट्रांसफॉर्म कर दिया, बदल दिया. That transformed a frightened young man into a bold one. उसने एक जवान लड़के को या आदमी को जो डरता था, वो completely transformed into a bold man. निडर और साहसी बना दिया. Which questions can be asked, my dear students, that what turned Nelson Mandela from a frightened man into a bold one? So the desire for freedom for his people, so that they can live their lives with dignity and self-respect, that desire animated his life. That desire transformed Nelson Mandela, a young Nelson Mandela who was a frightened young man, into a bold one. That drove a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal. वो एक attorney बन चुका था पढ़ लिख के, attorney general. So law-abiding, whatever laws were set by the fair skinned people in that policy of apartheid. He was following that desire changed a young frightened young man into a bold one, and that drove a law abiding attorney into a criminal. वो एक criminal बन गया because he started protesting against the system. So he was a law abiding, now he was against the government, so you are obviously a criminal. That turned a family loving husband into a man without a home. Family loving husband he was, and that desire turned a family loving man into a person without a home, बिना घर के family. That was the life loving man, जिसको ज़िंदगी से प्यार था, जिसको family से प्यार था, वो homeless man बन गया. और एक जिसको ज़िंदगी से प्यार था वो बन गया एक monk, साधु संत टाइप का बन गया. I am no more virtuous or self-sacrificing. Virtuous, my dear students, having high moral standards. He's saying कि I am no more virtuous or self-sacrificing. मैं ज़्यादा high standard नहीं रखे अब अपने लिए और self-sacrificing than the next man. But I found that I could not even enjoy the poor and limited freedoms I was allowed. उसको इसने बोला कि मैं बहुत हाई स्टैंडर्ड वाला और सेल्फ सेक्रीफाइसिंग दूसरे से ज़्यादा नहीं महसूस किया. उसने रियलाइज़ किया कि मैं उनसे ज़्यादा नहीं हूँ, और लेकिन उसको ये रियलाइज़ हुआ, बट आई फाउंड दैट आई कुड नॉट इवन इन्जॉय द पुअर एंड लिमिटेड फ्रीडम्स आई वॉज अलाउड व्हेन आई न्यू माई पीपल वर नॉट फ्री. उसने ये रियलाइज़ किया कि जो मुझे बहुत ही कम और बहुत ही लिमिटेड फ्रीडम्स मिली हुई थी तो मैं उसको भी इंजॉय नहीं कर सका. दैट बिकॉज ड्यू टू दैट डिज़ायर. एंड आई न्यू व्हेन आई न्यू, जब मुझे पता था कि मेरे लोग आज़ाद नहीं हैं, मेरे लोग स्वतंत्र नहीं हैं. व्हेन माई पीपल वर नॉट फ्री. फ्रीडम इज़ इनडिविजिबल. फ्रीडम को आप बांट नहीं सकते हो कि फॉर यू विल गेट ऑल फ्रीडम एंड यू विल गेट लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ फ्रीडम. इट इज़ इनडिविजिबल. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on anyone, जो बेड़ियाँ हैं गुलामी की, the chains of being under somebody's kingdom is the chains anyone, किसी के ऊपर हो, of my people, मेरे लोगों में से किसी जो भी गुलाम है, अगर कोई 1 है 10 हैं तो वो सभी के ऊपर चेन्स हैं. द चेन्स ऑन ऑल ऑफ माई पीपल वर द चेन्स ऑन मी. और जो सारे लोगों के ऊपर चेन्स हैं तो वो चेन्स गुलामी की बेड़ियाँ मेरे ऊपर भी हैं. आई एम ऑल्सो नॉट फ्री. देन नाउ इन द लास्ट पैराग्राफ माई डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आई न्यू दैट द ऑपरेसर मस्ट बी लिबरेटेड just as surely as the oppressed. Oppressor, my dear student, meaning I have written a person or group that oppresses people, जो दूसरे लोगों के ऊपर अत्याचार करता है, अत्याचार करने वाला. The one who or a group or a person or group of a person or single person that oppresses people, जो दूसरों को दबाता है, जुल्म अत्याचार करता है, must be liberated. तो इस टॉकिंग अबाउट द ऑपरेसर मस्ट बी लिबरेटेड. उसको जस्ट एज श्योरली एज द ऑपरेस्ड, जैसे हम ऑपरेस्ड गवर्न इन एन अनफेयर एंड क्रूल वे एंड प्रिवेंटेड फ्रॉम हैविंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज़. उसकी सारी स्वतंत्रता छीन ली जाती है, जिसके ऊपर अत्याचार किया जाता है. दैट पर्सन इज़ कॉल्ड ऑपरेस्ड एंड द वन हु डज दैट इज़ कॉल्ड ऑपरेसर. सो इज सेइंग दोनों को ही आज़ाद कराना ज़रूरी है. जैसे हम ऑपरेस्ड को आज़ाद कराते हैं, ऐसे ऑपरेसर को भी आज़ाद कराना ज़रूरी है. लेकिन किससे? A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He says, if I am the man who's taking any one or another's freedom, किसी की स्वतंत्रता छीन लिया, उसको गुलाम बना लिया, उसके ऊपर अत्याचार कर रहा हूँ मैं, तो I am also a prisoner of hatred. मैं नफ़रत की बेड़ियों में जकड़ा हुआ हूँ. I am a prisoner of hatred. I am inside the cage of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice. Prejudice भी बोलते हैं, prejudice. A strong dislike without any good reason. हम एक धारणा बना लेते हैं पहले से ही, तो prejudice, he is locked behind the bars of prejudice. एक पहले से ही सोची समझी कि ये ख़राब है, ये अच्छा है, ये ख़राबी है, without having any good reason. ये अच्छा है, ये अच्छा नहीं है, वो बुरा है, ये बुरा नहीं है. सो उसकी बेड़ियों में वो बंधा हुआ, पूर्व धारणा की बेड़ियों में वो बंधा हुआ है। एंड नैरो माइंडनेस, छोटी सोच, एक किसी के बारे में पूर्व धारणा बना लेना कि ये तो अच्छा इंसान नहीं है और एक छोटी सोच रखना, उन बेड़ियों में वो बंधा हुआ है। और नफ़रत की बेड़ियों में भी वो है। ही सो एन ऑपरेसर, he says a man who takes away another man's freedom is a prison of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow mindedness. So वो यही कह रहा है कि जो दूसरे की स्वतंत्रता ले लेता है वो खुद नफ़रत की बेड़ियों में बंधा हुआ, नफ़रत का कैदी है और वो पूर्व धारणा और छोटी सोच से ग्रस्त है, उनकी सलाखों के पीछे है वो। आई एम नॉट truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom. मैं पूरी तरह से सच में स्वतंत्र नहीं हूँ। If I am taking somebody else's freedom, I am not truly free. Just as surely as I am not free, उसी तरीके से जैसे मैं उसी तरीके से फ्री नहीं हूँ, when my freedom is taken from me, जैसे कि मुझसे मेरी स्वतंत्रता ली जाए तो मैं फ्री नहीं रहूँगा, वैसे if I am taking somebody else's freedom then also I am not truly free. The oppressed and the oppressor, the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. If oppressor is taking somebody's freedom, that person is called oppressor, and those freedoms are being taken, they are called oppressor. They both are robbed of their humanity. उनको इंसानियत से, उनकी इंसानियत से लूटा गया है, इसको इनके अधिकारों से वंचित किया गया, इसने अधिकारों से वंचित किया गया, ये भी फ्री नहीं है जैसे कि ये फ्री नहीं है। सो दिस चैप्टर एंड्स हियर माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स। नाउ द ओरल कॉम्प्रिहेंशन चेक क्वेश्चंस हैं। व्हाट ट्विन ऑब्लिगेशन डज मंडेला मेंशन? द फर्स्ट ऑब्लिगेशन इज टुवर्ड्स हिज फैमिली, हिज as a son, as a brother, as a sister, or any man, any person, male or female, has towards his family, and another one is towards his nation, towards his society, community. And second question, what did being free mean to Mandela as a boy and as a student? How does he contrast these transitory freedoms with the basic and honorable freedoms? So the answer is given. What did being free mean to Mandela as a boy? As a boy, when he was a boy, he to run near around his mother's hut, to swim into the stream, to roast millies under the stars, and to ride on the bulls. So this means. And as a student, the answer is given here, my dear students, that as a student he wanted freedom only for himself, and he said, what I please, to go where I choose, I stay out of night. And as a student, when he how does he contrast these transitory freedoms with the basic and honorable freedom? Then he mentioned that these transitory freedoms for not 100% free permanent freedom, for a freedom for some time to go out to study, यहाँ पढ़ सकते हैं थोड़ी 2 साल के लिए फ्री आप पढ़ने के लिए, 2 साल के लिए फ्री आप इधर उधर जाने के लिए, अर्न करने के लिए, शादी करने के लिए, मैरिज करने के लिए, या जो भी थोड़े टाइम के लिए फ्रीडम मिली है. बट द बेसिक फ्रीडम व्हेन ही रियलाइज दैट इट कैन नॉट बी ऑब्स्ट्रक्टेड by lawful life. Honorable freedom क्या? Each and every person should get freedom. My dear students, you can answer in this. The answer is given in the book. Find out the answer and write it. I have told you about the answer. So I hope you will find it out. Does Mandela think the oppressor is free? No, he does not think that oppressor is free. Why? Because oppressor is himself, a prisoner of hatred. He is behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. So that's why he thinks he is not free. Thinking about the text, there are 5 questions, my dear students. Why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inauguration? What did it signify the triumph of? So why did such a large number of international leaders attend? We have read the whole chapter. So what does Mandela mean when he say he is simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before him? What does he mean by this when he says, I feel that I am the sum total of all the people who had gone before me. Because he's saying he's not only the one who fought against this system, there were people, patriots, who fought against this system of apartheid before him, and when he got the freedom, he became the first president, black president. At that point of time they were not there, so he was remembering them, and that's why he's saying कि मैं उन सब का एक मिला जुला रूप हूँ, इसलिए वो ऐसा कहता है. अकेले उसने ही ये स्वतंत्रता हासिल नहीं करी है. It is the result of sacrifices of many men and women, those who sacrificed their life, those who faced all the sufferings and torture. Would you agree that the depths of oppression create heights of character? Yes. How does Mandela illustrate this? Can you add your own example to this argument? It is clearly evident in the chapter, my dear students, because when he says, that a policy of apartheid created a deep and lasting wound in my country and my people, all of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt. But the decades of oppression and brutality had another intended effect, and that was it produced the greatest man of the South African country, like Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, and many more, with such great wisdom, such great courage and generosity that उनके जैसा दूसरा पैदा होना मुश्किल है. Create heights of character. How does Mandela illustrate this? He has clearly illustrated it in the chapter, so find out the answer. How did Mandela's understanding of freedom change with age and experience? We have just discussed this question. When you have to tell in this question that when he was a boy, what did he used to think about the freedom? As a student, as a young man, when Johannesburg, when did he realize? So you have to tell, you will find in the chapter only. How did Mandela's hunger for freedom change his life? When he says this free desire for the freedom transformed him, animated him from a frightened young man into a bold one, from a loving husband to a loving family man, to a man who doesn't have a home, from a law-abiding attorney into a criminal. So this is the answer, you will write it. So we have discussed the question answers also. You will do all comprehension check questions and write their answers, as well as thinking about the text, all 5 questions. So oral comprehension check of this chapter and thinking about the text, 5 questions hai. So do all these questions in your fair notebook and revise the chapter again, my dear students. That's it in today's class. We will meet tomorrow again. Thank you and have a nice day.